Hi, sun friends. Miss Jules here. I'm back for another Nature and Me class. This week, I want to talk to you about families and belonging and the feeling of belonging in a family. So, I have a couple cool things for you this week. I have a craft, a worksheet, a video, and some cool pictures. I want to jump right in. Happy Saturday. It's the last Saturday I'll see you before spring break, and then I'll see you again when we come back and start sun again in the spring. So let's start with a little video I have. Now, when you think about your family, I want you to take a minute and pause and think, does my family look like every other family? Are they the same? Are they the same as my best friend's family, or maybe as my teacher's family, or my neighbor's family? Do they all look the same, or are they different? That's something I want you to think about. I'm going to show you a little video. This video is about families, but about animal families. So I'm going to pull it up and get started.
People live in families. Some families are big, other families are small. Some animals live alone, but many animals live in family groups as well. These are lions. They live in family groups. There are usually 5 to 7 females in the group. In the group, there is usually only one male. He has long hair on his neck. He is very handsome. He is the father of all the young lions. These are his sons and daughters. This is a family of meerkats. It is a big family. There are 20 to 30 meerkats in the family. This is the alpha pair. They are the leaders. They are the mother and father of all the young meerkats. Aren't they pretty? This is a family of gorillas. This is the leader of the family. He has silver hair on his back. He is the father of all the young gorillas in the group. There are 7 females. They are the mothers of all the young gorillas. Families are important for animals and for people.
Such a fun video. I love how all of those different animal families look completely different. And I can't believe a meerkat family can be 30. That is huge. I wonder, do any of you have 30 people in your family? Now, the next thing I want to show you before we get started on our worksheet is some photos of some more animal families. I want you to notice while we go through them and think, do they look the same or do they look different? So here is our first family. I wonder what you think. I think they all look quite different. Not only are they all different animals, but each picture has a different sort of family structure in it. This young giraffe looks like has multiple people, multiple adult giraffes looking after it, just like some of us have in our families. Here is a couple younger elephants and older elephants. This family looks like they have one adult looking after a bunch of different ones, a bunch of different kids. Here's one adult and one little one. Here looks like, I don't know, maybe three adults? Maybe one of these is a young one too. Wow, this is a cool family. I haven't seen a family like this before. It's like a kitty and a dog and some little tiny chicks. Here's another family. I wonder if any of those look like your families. Don't forget, you can always write a comment on here or on Facebook to tell me what you think. I want to know what your family looks like. And did you see any animal families that look similar? Now, in your kit, you're going to find a few different worksheets for your Nature and Me class. This is the one I would like you to get out. So now's a great time to pause your video, go find your kit, and look for, at the very back of your packet, a worksheet just like this that says all about my family. I am going to tip my camera so that you can all see as I fill mine out. Now, you might see some supplies I have over here for our craft, and we will get to that next. That's going to be a really cool craft we can do with everyone. Okay, now if you can't read this, no worries, I will read it to you. Up here at the top, it says all about my family. Now, in this first box, what you're going to do is draw a picture of your family. What does your family look like? It says, here's a picture of my family. Over here, it says there are blank people in my family. Here is where you would count how many people are in your family. For Miss Jules, I have two brothers, a mom and a dad, and me. So that's one, two, three, four, five. Five people in my family. You can include the people in your immediate family. You can include grandparents. You can include cousins or nieces or nephews, whoever you want to include in that number of people in your family. Now, in this spot, it says, my favorite thing to do with my family is I like to play board games and bake cookies with my family. You have a huge space, so you can list all kinds of things if you can't choose one. Now, down in this, it says, my family celebrates. So, what is a celebration, a special day, a holiday that your family celebrates? It might be completely different from a friend's, or maybe it's the same. I'm going to say my family celebrates Halloween. That's a big celebration. Now, on each spot that you fill in, there's a big enough space to draw pictures. So, if you want to draw pictures, you can do both or one or the other. And in this last spot, it says, I have blank pets. If I don't have any, here is what I wish I had. I have two pets, and that's two dogs. I have one dog. He's a corgi, so he has really pointy ears, and he's very fluffy. And then I have another dog. She's an Australian Shepherd. She's also very fluffy, and she has much bigger legs than my corgi. I'll draw a picture of each of them here. Now remember, your pictures do not have to be perfect. You just have to have fun drawing them. All right, I drew my two dogs here. And don't forget, here is a picture of your family up here. I would have my mom, my dad, and both of my brothers, and me. Maybe I would also include my dogs. Remember, you get to show us what your family looks like, who's in it, how many pets you have, if you have any. Everyone's worksheet is going to be totally different, but I would love to see those worksheets. If you want to post a picture of them or have an adult post a picture of them for you. All right, and so that is what your first worksheet is all about my family. This will be great to have. You can take a picture of it. You can put it on your fridge to remember. You could make anything you want. Now, second, I have a little craft for us. Let me make sure we can see everything we need. Okay. In your kit, where you found your worksheet, is going to be another piece of paper that looks like this. At the top, it'll say our family's belonging branch. And these are instructions, but I'm also going to show you how to do it, of how to make a belonging branch for your family. It looks something like this. So I'm going to set this over here. What you are going to need first is a branch. Now, you can go get this from your park, from your yard, if you go on a nature hike. Just remember, we don't rip branches off of trees or off of plants or bushes. You want to find one that's already broken on the ground. That way, we're not destroying any nature. So, this one I found at my park right down the road, and it was sitting on the ground. It had fallen off the tree from the snowstorm. So that made it perfect for my craft. Now, if you have a big family, you might want to choose a bigger branch. If you have a smaller family, you can get away with a smaller branch. But you can decide you just need enough room to fit everyone's string. Now, the string you will find in your activity kit, as well as a paintbrush. Could look like this, could look like this. You will find a few different bottles of paint. Miss Daisy has a couple crafts that have paint, so you're going to have a few different colors to choose from. You can choose whatever color you like. In fact, each member of your family can choose a different color if they want to. And then you will also have brown paper like this. Mine is cut in half, so yours will be a little bit bigger. And you will also need some scissors. If you have a hole punch, that's great. If you don't, you can use your scissors. This list of supplies is also on your paper. All right, so go ahead and set your branch aside once you have it. One really cool thing you could do is go on one of those nature hikes or nature walks with your family. Go on a walk to the park. Spend some time together as a family. Go ahead and find your family branch. Now, the first step is you are going to be painting your hand and putting handprints on these papers. So mine is drying a little bit clearer than I wanted. I think maybe darker color would have been better. That's a good lesson to have in my mind. If I do this craft again, I'm going to use a darker paint color because this time I used kind of a clearish white with glitter. So what you will do first is take your paintbrush. You'll go ahead and find that paper plate in your kit. Pour your paint on. You can ask an adult for help. One good thing to do is put some paper underneath, maybe some newspaper or some paper that's okay if it gets kind of messy. And you can either put a lot of paint on your plate and put your hand in it. This will work for all of you with little hands. But for the grown-ups in your life, they might want to do this. I have a little bit of paint on my plate. It might be hard to see. You put it on your brush, and then you will paint the palm side of your hand Once the palm side of your hand is totally covered in paint, you want to put quite a bit on there so that it transfers to your paper. Then you will take your brown paper and put your hand flat on it. Helps sometimes if you squish your hand a little bit with the other one. Make sure you get that hand print nice and clear on your paper, and then pull it up. Remember, this is going to be a messy project, so maybe wear some short sleeves, have some napkins around, or have a good washcloth, and then you'll want to go directly to the bathroom or your kitchen to wash your hand off. Once your paint dries, it'll look something like this. Like I said, the darker color you choose, the better it will show up. And when it's completely dry, you can cut it to whatever size and shape you want, as long as you can still see your handprint. I'm going to cut mine like this. Once everyone in your family has had a chance to paint their hands and put their handprint on their paper, you're going to take your hole punch or your scissors, an adult with scissors if they need to. You're going to punch a hole right in the top. This is where our string is going to go to hang our handprint. Remember, we have our branch here. Set my handprint here. I'm just going to show you this project with only my handprint today because I do not have my family here who can do their handprints as well. You are going to find your string not on a big spool like this, but on one big piece. It's about 10 feet long, and it will be in your kit as well. Now you can choose any length you want for your string and your handprint. Just make sure that you leave enough for your other family members so everyone can hang up their handprint on your branch. I think I want mine about this long. I'm going to make it a little bit extra long so I have room to tie it on my branch. I'm going to tie it kind of close to the end. I have a bit of a sharp end here I'm going to be careful with. This is a great project to do with your family. If you want to talk to them about what it means to belong in a family, maybe what special memories you have together, what your favorite things to do are, that is a perfect conversation to have while you all do this craft together. You can ask an adult for help if you need help tying your knot. It doesn't have to be super duper tight because the handprint that you're going to hang up is pretty lightweight. Shouldn't pull out your knot. And then you'll take your other end of your string, tie it in a knot. If you want, you can cut off the extra. That is what I'm going to do. Then the branch look a little more like this. Now remember, you can do all the strings the same size for all your family members, or you can do them all different. You can make them shorter or longer. Just make sure that you save enough string for everyone. So if you have a bigger family, if you have more family members, your strings will have to be cut shorter. Everyone got the same amount, the same length of string. Now, lastly, you're going to cut a little bit more string if you still have some left. And you're going to tie one end in a little knot. On your branch, like this. Oh man, Miss Jules has a messy desk. and the other end for this side of your branch. Again, you're going to tie it in a knot like this. Now you have one side over here, one side over here. Then, once you choose a place to hang your family branch, it's going to look a little something like this. You'll be able to hang it, and you'll have handprints all along like that. You can make the string as long or as short as you want to. If you do it a little bit shorter, it would look more like this. Then, once everyone's handprints are dried and tied and attached to your branch is all ready to go. That's the fun part where you get to decide where you want to hang your family belonging branch in your house or in your apartment or wherever you live. You could put it in a space where everyone could see it. That would be nice. Maybe you want to hang it on a door. Maybe you want to hang it on your front door. Totally up to you. But this craft is so fun to do with your family. Like I said, first you get to go on a nature walk or a walk to your park to find your branch. Then you get to actually start working on your craft. You can choose any of those colors of paint that you find in your kits. You should have a few different sizes of paintbrushes and everything else you'll need for your branch. Now, if you want to do your branch project before your worksheet, that's totally fine. It's up to you. These are for you to get to use and do whenever you would like. You can always come back to this video if you want to see how to do it again, or if you want, don't forget you have your directions on this paper. And those are my projects for you today. So that is all I have. I hope that you really like this craft and this project, and you're excited to talk to your families about belonging, what your family looks like, and what you appreciate and love about your family. I hope to see you all after spring break, and I can't wait to enjoy the sunshine virtually with you as we get closer and closer to summertime. All right, see you all later.